Hey guys, good morning and welcome to 2 Minute Tuesday. Wednesday. Where I try to put out a video each week to share shop advice, tips, tricks, things I've learned over the years that I just want to share with you guys. So today we're talking about transmission oil, doing a manual transmission oil change, and ultimately why Redline MT90 is actually cheaper than using a synthetic motor oil. Now, yeah, sorry this video is a day late, but honestly, I have another full-time job, family, a lot of other responsibilities. I don't know, life happens, you get busy. So we're setting up to do our fluid change on our AX15 manual transmission, and it's pretty common knowledge that you don't want to use a GL5. The GL5, this is a 75-90 weight GL5, and it has additives in it that are real hard on the brass synchronizers in your transmission. It'll kind of chew them up. It'll actually cut the life of your transmission in half. So do a little bit of searching and you'll find out that yeah, GL5s you do not want to use on this. So then what's the next best option? Well, a lot of guys, they'll actually just use a cheap 1030 weight oil, which works fine. A synthetic oil would actually be a little bit better, but I still have some issues with just using a 1030 weight oil. And this is just my own opinion. I know a lot of guys out there use it and they have no trouble with it. But here's why I think your Redline MT90 is a better choice, and ultimately this will even be cheaper. Well, you can find your motor oil for what, $6-7 a quart, and this is like what, $16-17 a quart? So if the MT90 is like more than twice as expensive for each quart, how on earth could it possibly be ultimately cheaper than your 1030 weight oil? Well, here's why. Say ultimately you need 4 quarts of oil to do this transmission oil change. Well, you find your 1030 weight oil, I don't know, you find a good deal. You find it for $6 for a good synthetic 1030 weight oil. Well, times 4 quarts, you're looking at $24, right? Now your MT90, some people say, well, it's hard to find. Just order it off of Amazon. Plan out your transmission fluid change ahead of time, order this. I'll include a link in the description below where you can find it, super easy. But this stuff, a whopping $16 a quart. Times 4 quarts, what is that, $64? $64. But now this is where it gets interesting. This Redline MT90, it'll last for 30,000 miles or 2 years. That's your recommended fluid interval change for this AX15. Your average 1030 weight oil, it's only gonna last you about 5,000 miles before you need to do a fluid change again. So, and this is according to Redline's website, go to redline.com, check out they have a really cool graph on there that shows the breakdown of standard oil in a transmission. Standard oils just aren't designed for the shearing and pressure that a transmission puts on the oil. So go check out their website, they have a really cool graph that shows how quickly this 1030 weight oil breaks down. If you do use 1030 weight oil, you're going to want to be doing your oil changes much more frequently. So if you're needing to do your fluid changes every 5,000 miles, 5,000, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,000 miles, you're going to be changing the oil like 6 times. And are you really going to be changing the oil every 3 months? I know I'm not. So if you're changing the oil so much more frequently, what is that, 24 times 6? That's like $150. And even if you ran the oil longer than that, say you ran it 10,000 miles, you're still going to end up paying just as much, or maybe even a little bit more, than using a high quality oil like this Redline MT90. And no, this is not a paid advertisement by Redline, but Redline, if you're watching, I really do like your product. If you want to sponsor me, give me an email. Give me an email. I was going to say give me a call, but you don't have my number. You could email me. Or send me a private message in YouTube. I try to make things. Oh. Hey guys, good morning. So then what's the next expensive in the long run? So there you go, just a real quick explanation at why I really like Redline's MT90. In the long run, you're really gonna save money. It's gonna be better for your transmission, and you don't need to do those fluid changes near as often. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out there that use just a conventional 1030 weight oil or synthetic oil, which is even a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to be real diligent about frequent fluid changes. My synthetic oil.